Hey folks, Shaun McInnis here alongside Denis Dyack from Silicon Knights, here to tell us all about X-Men Destiny, which I've just had the privilege of playing. Dennis, obviously we're here at Comic-Con 2011, and X-Men is of course one of the biggest licenses in video games when it comes to comics. Tell me, how important is it to get this game into the hands of comic fans out there at the show this year, and what sort of feedback are you looking to get?
Well, it's probably the most important show we could have ever picked, and the fact that it's an X-Men focused universe, there's no better place than Comic-Con, and you could see hopefully that we knew how important it was, because this is the first time the game's actually playable. So and what we're really hoping to hear is that people think the game's fun. Because, there are many types of games that you can make, but one of the big focuses for us was, be able to explore the universe and at the same time have a lot of fun while you're playing.
What sort of game are you guys trying to establish? What sort of feeling are you trying to get out of players when they first pick up the controller and get a sense of the way this game controls?
Yeah, X-Men Destiny is a very different game from previous X-Men titles. It's a third-person action game that combines RPG elements. So it's also really immersed in the X-Men universe, so you can go around and talk to a lot of X-Men. So it's got some story-driven elements, it's got some RPG elements, and it's also fast-paced and action-based. So by making different choices and choosing both characters and powers in different X genes throughout the game, there's a background storyline where different factions are weaponizing genes from the X-Men, so you can choose those and mutate your powers further. By doing all that, there's a lot of choice for the player to play the way that they want to play, and that's really the main theme of the game.
Now, I imagine when you're building a superhero game, one of the biggest things to keep in mind is just that ramp up of picking up new powers and just making the character more and more powerful. What sort of challenges does letting people create or pick their own powers pose for you guys?
There's a lot of interesting challenges, but there's also a lot of rewards at the same time. So by watching and be really working on the game so long, you get a chance to see what different people do at the studio. And I got to say, especially over the last couple months, I've been seeing people use combinations and permutations of X genes that I never really even thought of before. And you sort of look at it and go, wow, that's really cool. And then you want to try it yourself. So from that perspective, it's always a challenge to try to balance everything. But at the same time, that feeling of, wow, I want to try that, to me means it's successful, and it makes me excited, so I hope everyone else is excited as we are.
Now, we talked about the sort of fans that you encounter here at Comic-Con this year, and I'm sure you're going to run the gamut from the people who are brand new to X-Men and just the most hardcore of X-Men fans. Can you talk about the process you guys went about looking at the source material and just the balancing act between staying true to that and also adding your own artistic liberties?
Well, the great thing about that is there's been a great collaboration between both Activision and Marvel. We had Mike Carey pen the story, so he's been writing X-Men comics for a very long time. He's an expert in the universe. Marvel, of course, it's their universe. Activision's done a lot of Marvel titles before. So for us, we thought we brought something fresh because it's our first one, and then working with everyone together, we're really trying to target something that the gamers who really love the universe will love. But if you don't know the universe at all, one of the interesting things is to go around and start talking to all the X-Men and getting all the different backgrounds. And I think even the casual X-Men gamers will really like that part. So it's going to be interesting. This is my first Comic-Con, and I'm just really excited to see how people are going to react.
And what is it about Silicon Knights, you guys' experience, your guys' DNA as a developer that you bring to this title?
We as a developer, we have a few things that we try to target. One of them is, really try to make the game fun and really try to make the game something that we'd want to play ourselves, because when you're creating entertainment, you never really know if someone else is going to like it. But if you make something that you like yourself, you're guaranteed to please one person, and then you roll it out and you hope people like it as much as you do. So that's one of the things we really try to target when we make the game.
All right, Dennis, appreciate your time very much. Can you go ahead and let everybody know when X-Men Destiny is going to be out in stores?
Absolutely. X-Men Destiny is coming out at the end of September on the Xbox 360, Sony PlayStation 3, Nintendo Wii, and the Nintendo DS.
Dennis, thanks a lot.
Thank you.